morning, Bill.
Ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I hope you had a great week. LEM MOORE here, along with Bill Walsh, is back in his hometown. He is no longer traveling. So you will get to see Bill in the flesh, chilling, looking at you, focusing on you. No interruptions, no loud beeps or anything. I just play. Love you, Bill. And Bill, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm pretty good. I'm relaxed. You know, I had a really good week of doing a couple things versus a lot of things this week. So, and I got some beach time to recalibrate, you know?
Beach time. Let me tell you guys, he loves his beach. Let me tell you. I'm like, when Bill and I go places, he's like, Lem, we got to find a beach. We got to find a beach. I'm like, Bill, look at me. I don't need a beach. He's like, yes, we got to find a beach. So I'm glad you needed that. Everyone needs a rest and, you know, recuperation time every once in a while, which is good. So we've had a great week so far. I'm just so surprised that I am awesome. I know you know that I'm awesome, and I'm not saying that to be ugly, but I fixed my car. Woo! I didn't have to, but I took a challenge on, and I fixed my ignition switch. And I got to tell you a story because the power of YouTube and videos and things like this and information is so important, guys, because I was going to get it done. These people are going to have to come to my home, get the car out of my garage, and thank God it stopped in my garage, you know. And they were going to have to tow it away to my mechanic, which is 30 minutes away. We've already done that like once this year with a different car. So I was like, I woke up this Friday morning, I said, you know what? I'm a stud. I can do this, man. I'm going to do it on my own. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to get online. I'm going to find instructions. I'm going to do it. And then I get to the dealership. Here's the deal. Did you know, because you might need to know this, Tracy, and anyone else. I'm going to bring it on in just a second, guys. Did you know that there's actually a shop cost and a normal person's cost? I was up there, and he was like, who are you getting this for? The part. I was like, well, I'm getting it for myself. He was like, okay, is this a shop? I'm like, what do you mean? Are you coming from a shop? I was like, no, I'm taking it home and do it myself. He goes, oh, that's going to be like $4 something. I was like, okay, cool. But when I called earlier, it was $100 and something. He was like, oh, they gave you the wrong price. And then the guy starts looking at my shirt, because I always wear my Danger Father shirt out in the public. And he goes, what do you do? Oh, I help people be seen as far as marketing-wise, you know, when you Google something. He goes, oh, really? And then he gets into this little thing. He goes, wait a minute. Do you know anyone who owns a shop? I was like, yeah. I knew he had an agenda right there. I knew he had an agenda. I was like, yeah, man. And then I gave him my mechanic's number, and it comes to find out that they get way different prices. So when your mechanic quotes you something, oh, this part's going to cost $500, he's really getting it for $2. I didn't know that until yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Let me interrupt. Everybody's saying that they can't see us.
They can't see us.
It says that it says stand by.
Are they pushing play?
I don't know.
I got a message from Doug here, just like, hey guys, telling me to stand by. Let's see here. I can see Tracy. Tracy, you can see me, right?
Huh? Yep.
Bill, I can see you.
I can see Bill.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can do this.
Can they hear you?
Can they hear us? No, just stand by for every. I have 10. Wow. Let me see here.
He said he didn't press play.
What?
He pressed play, but it's still not showing.
Who's that?
Doug.
Anyone else saying that? We have people on. So, if you are on right now, personal message myself or Bill real quick. And this is weird because I dreamt about a technical difficulty. And I hate when my dreams come true. Thank you, Lord. I know you're always there for me, but really? I'm not getting any PM, so I'm assuming. We're just gonna wait for a second. Normally, I'll get a PM here. Boom, 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 boom. Long story short, I got that part, y'all, for like $175.
That's awesome.
Let's see here. Let me make sure. Are we on? Let's see. We're still on.
Did you get it from the dealer or Advance?
The dealer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just go to the auto parts shop, and they're not supposed to, but they'll go install all the stuff that I need.
That's awesome.
Can I do that for you? Can I help you with that? Absolutely. I'm a girl. You're the boy.
Different browsers. So it seemed like Doug, no one else is complaining about it, which I'm wondering. I still have a lot of people on here, so whatever. I guess we're gonna move on.
Tell Doug to log out and log back in.
I could start all over I could start the Hangout, but then I have to send the links to the whole network, and I'm broadcasting, so I'm assuming this will. I'm looking live, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. I don't know what more to do. I can't bring them on because I can't give them. Wait a minute. I know I could do one thing here. Let's try this. Hold on. Boy, I'm so smart. Y'all just chill for 1 second. Let me try this and see what happens. And
Jim just said too. He said, "Is it started or not?"
Jim said what?
Jim just said that same thing too.
All right, so I'm going to send everyone this live link. God, I'm great. I tell you what. So real quick, sorry party people. I'm going to get response real fast. Boom, 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 boom. So we're not live, but we are live. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to send them a live link here, another link from the Hangout in the bottom of the corner of the video that you grab. And I'm going to try this link. Who can't see us on code? Wow. Tom. It's so funny. You're on my phone, but I can't get you in my big computer. I love it. See? Some people can see us on their phone, but some can't see us on a computer. I don't know what's going on, Bill. It's not me. It's Google.
Oh, they might have an error.
Typical man blamed it on someone else. Okay, here we go. Try. Oh, here I go. So I'm just going to send this out to everyone. And they'll see us live from whatever they join that link. Try this link. Try this. Sorry, Tracy, this never happened before.
No, I understand. You know what? Technology's great, but it doesn't always work right. Get the gremlin.
That's right. When it's not ready, it's not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So send that out immediately. And he's gone. Boom. All right. So we'll put this in the group. Saturday. And try this, guys. All right. We're getting a lot of messages. I love it. All right. So, let me make sure all I have to do is click on that side. Yeah, that works. Look at me. I'm over there typing. All right, I got to get out of Facebook now. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue because for those who I just sent the email to everyone and I also the groups, so this should work for everyone. That one worked. Look at that. See, we're live. Look at that. And even Michael Howard said something. I don't know what he said, but yeah. Where's the link? Never mind. Now I see. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I'm sure all y'all are going to see all that later on when you go back and look at the replay. We're going to introduce a special guest. I'm turning off Facebook now. Y'all can talk to Bill. I'm getting a lot of bling. Anyway, this is a sharp lady. She owns her own. She handles everything. She can single-handedly handle LinkedIn and your business at the same time. See, I didn't call you a guru or anything. She is a sensei of LinkedIn. It's so nice to meet you, Miss Tracy Enos. How are you today?
Hi, everybody. Very well this morning. Yay.
Yay.
Hey.
And this is a special edition because we've never had technical difficulties. This means you must be killing the networks. People trying to get in to watch this. You're just having everyone just all clustered, messed up in the world. So
I
anyway.
would like to take credit for that, but no, I can't do that.
Oh my goodness. So let us know where you're calling from.
I live right outside of Kansas City.
Kansas City. It's been a long time since I've been there. Back in my coaching days, we used to have meets in Kansas City and Missouri and all those places. Wow. Lots of great storms I know in that area.
I'm in the middle of one right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. When was the last time y'all seen sunshine?
About a week.
Oh, well, hang in there, sister. Hang in there. It's going to be all right. All right, so tell us a little bit about your kids. You have children, right?
I have 4. Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. And one I connected with looking through your Facebook profile because I saw one was learning or doing some back handsprings at one time, and I thought, oh, that's my dog right there. There he is. The man can flip. Which one is that?
That's my 3rd child. He's almost 15. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so that was the one you were talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. So I used to be a coach, and I used to train gymnasts and cheerleaders and all that, and I thought, wow, if he sticks with that, that's an easy college fund that you could take care of.
Unfortunately, he doesn't want to go to your typical college, so...
oh, snaps.
Yeah,
okay.
he wants to go to cosmetology school.
Okay. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with that.
He's got it going on right now. He is the only male cheerleader in the whole Lee Summit School District, and he's a sophomore year. So, you know, he did something right. Got hanging around all them ladies.
You know what? My friends back in the day, I remember some of our guys used to try to talk some craziness, but he was like, hey, man, you realize the captain's my girlfriend? They were like, oh.
Right.
And he was like, yeah. And then, of course, to make sure all these football players trying to try out, it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
I love it. It's funny how life is. Anyway, that's cool, though. So we're going to get started here, guys. And Tracy, tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, just go from there.
Well, I'm originally a California girl, Central Cali in San Jose. Been traveling to the Midwest ever since I was a kid, and I kind of just finally took a couple states and settled down here in Missouri. So I've lived in the Branson side, but you still can't take the city out of the girl. So, but I do live right outside of the city, so I mean I can walk 2 minutes down the road. I'm in the country, which I love horses, so. But I'm 30 minutes away from the heart of Kansas City where all the cool stuff happens. So I've been in sales and marketing for well over 18 years, and believe it or not, I started my sales career in timeshare. Yeah, timeshare.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Bill, and I guess I'm surprised I didn't share that. So
No, I don't remember. That's funny though.
But anyway, I did end up getting my real estate license, and I still hold my Missouri broker's license here in the state, but I'm not active. But 2 corporate jobs in 4 years I lost, and my sister, God bless her, who passed away, my last corporate job 3 years ago, she said, Tracy, you know how to do this. You've been marketing and teaching people for free how to do social media. While I used to travel, I just shared all that I knew because I like to do that. I'm a giving type of person. And she goes, now's the time you need to start get paid for it. So here I am today. My business has evolved over 3 years, and now 95% of my business is LinkedIn.
Nice, very nice. So tell us a little bit how you and Bill had collaborated in the past, because I keep hearing bits and pieces. Bill told me a little bit, but not all of. Bill always gives me just a little. Now I have to pry it from him. So go ahead.
I met Bill through a mutual business mentor, which is YouTube man himself, Daryl Eves.
Oh, the guru. I'm just kidding, Daryl. I'm just playing with you.
That's the guru. And then we met each other at one of his Ultimate Jumpstart events in Utah at Mount Zion. That's how I met Bill. So that was what,
nice.
3 years ago this coming November? Is that right, Bill? Bill?
I don't know. Maybe he's just static. Yeah, he is froze. He's gone. He'll be back.
Hey.
There he is. There he is. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Bill, can you hear us? No.
I just love that smile. He's got that frozen with that beautiful
frozen smile, right?
Smile that he's got. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, out of all the different things, yeah, we hear you, Bill. You're lagging or something, I don't know. But out of all the things you did with social media, why LinkedIn?
Well, I found that LinkedIn is more of a professional network, and being in the marketing business, I deal with a lot of professionals, business owners, and entrepreneurs, and I just had to find out where my target audience was hanging out. Of all the platforms, LinkedIn is the place. It's a way to get past the gatekeeper. So if those of you out there are still cold calling, which is a huge no, because now the executive assistants, the secretaries, the receptionists, whoever picks up that phone is conditioned to get you off that phone. I don't care what you're selling, and I don't care how good it is and how much they need it. They get you off the phone. So LinkedIn has been a very viable way to get in front of your target audience.
Now, I got to interject there because this is the first time. I love it. I'm a cold caller, and I normally get through, and it depends on, I guess, the industry that you're talking about, because with LinkedIn, you're talking about big Fortune 500 companies and things like that, correct? And I wouldn't be cold calling anyone like that as well. But you're talking about maybe if I was to cold call like restaurants, doctor's offices, and things like that, that's pretty easy to get through for me. I'm just putting that out there. But your type of companies?
Lem, you're probably a strong salesperson, and I would say the majority of the population is not.
Right.
So
okay.
This is I call it a soft approach to get in front of your perfect audience. But there's many ways to do it. It's not just through connecting and messaging. Lots of different ways.
Nice. So, with that being said, I know what you're saying about LinkedIn is very, very true, because I dabbled in LinkedIn just a little bit, and what I wanted to do is just test the market, and I accidentally sent someone a simple question like, hey, I love what you're doing. I would love to collaborate on your business. I have some ideas for you. When can you talk? Are you available anytime soon this month or next 6 months? And they were like, sure, we can talk next week. And I wasn't prepared for that. And I was just just to see if I can get a hold of these people. And wow, it was like, boom, instantly they were there. And I was like, okay. And it blew my mind to the caliber of what this lady was doing at the time. And she was like she helps bring on artists and movie directors and things like that. And I was like, whoa. So what you're saying, I'm hearing that's nice. And did it take you a while to actually, figure out a certain way to get a hold of these guys, or is this just something natural to you, or?
Well, I talk a lot, so that's kind of.
Oh my.
No, but LinkedIn is not it's not an overnight strategy by any means. So Lem, what you just did was a really soft approach, because
Right.
you sparked an interest, said, first of all, you complimented this person about what they're doing, okay? And then you said, I would like to collaborate, and I think I have some ideas for you. But you didn't share what they were. You were not trying to sell anything at the time or whatever. Well, you were at the right place at the right time, and you had a great message. And it piqued interest, and it got you on the phone. Now, that's not cold calling, is it?
Nah, that was easy,
That was a warm lead. And I'm not saying that message is going to work for every industry or for everybody, but you got to go out there and you got to test your messages and find out what works for you and your industry and your audience. So
Exactly.
first you really need to define who your audience is before you even start messaging anybody. Lem, that was just you pretty much had an accident there, which is a great one, right?
Right, it was,
That's happened to me as well. I got a story to tell if you allow me, but
This is your show. Come on.
It worked out really well. So.
Well, let's hear that story. Come on, this is your time to shine.
Okay, so back in December, I did a couple publisher posts, and I got some good activity on there, and I decided to do an outreach campaign to a certain industry. What I did not know was the person that I got in touch with was actually marketing to the same industry. What ended up happening is they took my appointment, which is like a time trade or something like that, but they actually set up an appointment and paid for a business consultation with me just off of that messaging. And a couple months later, he did another shout out on LinkedIn and invited me to come out to Orlando this last month, and they paid for everything. And I ended up doing a 4-hour filming session, LinkedIn for Lawyers. So I was messaging a lawyer group, got in touch with a firm that actually does continuing education for lawyers online, and is a multi-million-dollar company, and they wanted me to come out and teach social media to their lawyers. So,
very nice, very nice.
Oh yeah.
oh, the red carpet, man, with Hard Rock Cafe, the Palms Restaurant, down at the City Walk. They paid for everything, cocktails, you name it. It was awesome, awesome. They really rolled out the red carpet.
You see, with that type of invite, you have to be the one of two things: crazy or know what you're doing. Because they're like they're bringing you on, and everyone's like looking at you, going, "Come on with it,"
I've been told both.
That's awesome.
I love it. That is awesome. Well, congratulations on that, and I think some of the times, like I said, when that lady accepted our invitation to talk with her, I wasn't ready, but I got myself ready. I start building the team. Hey, I need you to be on this call with me. This is what we're going to do. And they were like, what are we talking about? I'm like, I don't know, man, but we're going to talk to her because we're going to get something out of this lady, so it was awesome.
Who was it said? Was that Richard Branson that said, if you don't know how to do something, you still take the client and you figure out how to do it?
Yes.
Love him.
Oh, I love it. Awesome, awesome. So I know you already said this, but I want some of our viewers might not understand. So let's just do this, and let's go a little bit into a strategy zone here, okay? So Facebook versus LinkedIn. Let's talk about that, because some might still be a little confused on, well, that might be a better platform to talk with people it's more loose. But then again, LinkedIn are for the professionals. I know which one you would choose, but tell us more in depth why you would choose LinkedIn.
Okay, so Facebook typically is a business to customer type of platform. And so I'm not saying that you can't, make money on Facebook. But again, you've got to identify who your audience is and where that audience is hanging out. Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Or are they on both? So there's two different ways to market on each platform. So for example, let's say you want to develop a Facebook page, right? Well, we all know that Facebook nowadays is hardly ever showing your posts or your content to anybody, any of your fans, unless you pay to play. You boost a post or you do an ad campaign or something of that sort, right?
Right.
Well, as LinkedIn, the business to customer is that industry is growing very well. You just got to do your messaging a little bit different. It's called, I would say, positioning yourself as the thought leader and the expert in your industry. So let's just take an MLM, for example, multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct sales, whatever. A lot of times those folks will connect with me. I connect with everybody because you never know where my next referral is going to come from, and I get a lot of referrals from folks that don't even know me, but my profile speaks volumes, so that's why they recommend me. The minute they connect with me, these folks will, what I call, vomit their opportunity all over me. They don't know me. They don't, the one thing that, the last thing you want to do is tell somebody that you've got a really awesome weight loss program for them, and if they happen to be overweight, you could have just totally insulted that person. Maybe they don't want to lose weight. How do you know I need to lose weight? How do you know I even want to? Right?
Or have a medical condition.
How do you know this until you get to know me first, right? So there's ways to do this instead of just connecting with somebody and then just throwing out your opportunity all over them. Is what people will do, and I'm going to tell you this is probably 9 times out of 10, is when you reach out to somebody, whether it's in a group or you use InMail or you just connect with them, somehow you find them on there, they're going to go check you out. Who is this person I don't know that's messaging me? And if your profile isn't optimized to pre-qualify that lead, or it's not even complete, if you not position yourself as a thought leader and the expert in your industry, you've just lost that first impression and a potential client right there. So that, so before you do anything with LinkedIn, you've got to have that profile up to par. And if it's not, you're potentially losing some business. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to every person that you outreach, because there will be some people that will message back even if you have a crappy profile, But that's the difference between LinkedIn and Facebook. Facebook, yeah, you can message in there, but LinkedIn is more of a person-to-person. You're building a relationship, and I don't think Facebook business pages, it's very difficult to do that on a one-to-one personal type level. That's the difference between the two. Now, can a bar or restaurant use LinkedIn? Absolutely, because there's places that you can find local people to come, and message them out to your establishment. But Facebook is typically where most of their folks will probably be. The pictures of the happening with the bar scene, and we had a good time. This is what our patrons are doing. Showing
That's Bill Nye. You should see Bill Nye hit those clubs. That's a joke. Because I'm in bed by like 8:30. So anyway.
8:30. Come on.
You're so peppy in the morning.
I love it.
There's, but at the same time, if you want to brand yourself, I have a Facebook business page, but that's not where I get my business. But it's another platform that shows Google that when you type in my name, it's going to show my LinkedIn profile, it's going to show my Google Plus profile, it's going to show my Facebook page, it's going to show my Twitter account. That's what's going to do that, not just position myself as the authority. You just type in Google Tracy Enos, you're going to find my pictures all over Google Images, because over time I have branded myself doing that. But you'll find that my LinkedIn profile is number one on there.
Nice. Yep. That's awesome. That is awesome. So can you give us a little bit about the LinkedIn groups. Would you advise us to go inside groups to collaborate with people, or to give free advice to get them to be interested in your services, or what's your take on that?
Well, LinkedIn groups, well, I'm going to tell you what. So LinkedIn groups, I believe, over the last couple years has been abused. So what LinkedIn did here just this last May 12th, was they are not allowing like third-party apps to auto-post content and stuff to groups anymore. So like if you used Octopost or Buffer or Hootsuite or any one of those where you could set up to post into groups in their discussions, so you actually manually have to go in there and do that. As a matter of fact, I have a colleague of mine who somehow got that pushed through a third-party app. It got flagged and he got locked out of LinkedIn. And it took him a week for LinkedIn to let his profile and let him back in to use his profile. And they made him sign something that says if I do this again, he will be permanently kicked out of LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you got to be careful now. I think it got super spammy. People were just posting stuff just to post stuff because everybody told them that's a great place to put your content. But what you don't realize is when you get into groups, you've got to be active in the discussions. Go and comment on other people's posts. You have to reply to the people that comment to yours. If you're not in there actively monitoring that and getting involved and positioning yourself as the thought leader, then you just look like everybody else, and that's the spammer. Nobody likes a spammer, right?
No,
not at all.
That's why I was asking, because when I'm a part of a few groups on LinkedIn, and I get emails and opportunities and crazy stuff, and I'm like, what is this? This is crazy. So I was just wondering I just wanted your take on that, just to see.
And you got to make sure that the content that you're putting into those groups is relevant to that group. So if that group is, let's just say real estate agents, for example, and you posted something about dentists in that group, let's say you just shared, an article and the target audience was for dentists. I mean, really, honestly, so you got to be thoughtful of what content for what group as well.
Nice. So what is a very effective way to connect with people on LinkedIn then?
Yeah, which one do you want?
Two good examples would be nice, and two best, because our audience love this, and some will go out and take action, and some will take this information and do nothing with it. And I'm just, hey.
You buy the product or you buy the online training and then you never log in. That's awesome, right? Hey, I've been guilty. I still own a Pinterest that I've never opened up, and I purchased it 3 years ago.
What? Really?
Yeah. It's because I don't use Pinterest. That's not where my audience is at. So I thought it was way back when she got my money. It was like $300 or whatever it was. Hey, it's there when I want it.
She gone.
Now, so I'm going to say, I'm going to list there's several different ways, all right? So people got to understand now that LinkedIn has done a lot of changings when it comes to free and paid accounts. So I'll just give you some of the basic differences. So back in March and April, actually it was March or February because I exhausted all my searches. So if you're on a free account, you are going to be limited your searches within LinkedIn. Now, do I know how many searches that is? No, we actually tested this, and I had another person test this as well. I got locked out in 2 days with 600 searches.
Wow.
In fact, I got locked out for 6 hours from LinkedIn. Couldn't get in or nothing. I was freaking out because I was leaving the next day to go to a conference that I was speaking at, and I couldn't get into my LinkedIn account because I was using that for the conference I was speaking. I was like, oh crap, if I can't get into my account, this is not good. Not good. So, but then I met a person at the conference who kind of went through the same thing, and he said it took me 2,000 searches. Well, come to find out, he's not as active on LinkedIn as I am. I'm on there daily. I'm searching daily, okay?
Okay.
And so, so for any of you, it could be any number. Not sure what the LinkedIn algorithm is, okay? But what LinkedIn will do, will give you an opportunity to upgrade for free for 30 days to premium and check it out and see if you like it. What I am going to say is don't pay for anything until you absolutely have to, because it's expensive, all right? So that one way is to do what we call simple Boolean searches. And if anybody doesn't know what a Boolean search is Google it. All right, you'll get some ideas of what to do and how to do it in LinkedIn. Okay, it's the same if you're going to search on Google as it in LinkedIn. It's pretty much, it works the same. All right, as a search engine. So then you can search out people, you can search out employees of companies, and this is a way to find your audience and go connect with these folks, right? And then start building a relationship and then sending them your message. Another way is to go in and start viewing profiles. So what happens is when you view profiles, you're going to get notified that somebody's viewed your profile. So when you have a free account, you only get to see 5 a day.
What? Only 5 a day? I did not know that.
Yep. So, but they'll show you they'll show you that you had more searches. They're not going to allow you to see who they are. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
If you have a paid account, you get to see everybody that's viewed your profile the last 90 days. Now, how awesome is that? Don't you think that there's potentially somebody is looking for you that could be a client or a customer? So you're going to go back and you're going to send them a message. Don't say something like, hey, I saw you checked out my profile.
That's funny.
Be thoughtful of the message. So what you would want to do at that point is go check out their profile, scroll down, and you know, just kind of see what they're all about first. And if they are your ideal client, maybe somebody that you do want to connect with, maybe they're a third connection, okay? Maybe you can't get to them. So you want to scroll down and find out what groups they belong to and see if you have any groups in common. If you don't, go join that group, one of their groups, and then you can go in there and message them for free. You don't even have to be connected to them. They can be a second or third level connection. Are you still with that, Bill?
I am. That's awesome. I learn something new every time we talk. I'm like, oh, that's good. I got to write that one down.
So that's one. It manually, that's a good way to do that. And this is so for your paid. And then if you actually do belong to a group, I just talked about messaging somebody in a group. So let's say that you go belong to a group where your ideal audience is hanging out. Let's just do realtors. Okay, so let's say that you're a mortgage loan officer, so you join a couple of the local real estate groups. All right. Then you can go in there now because you have a group in common with those folks. You can actually go in there and start messaging the members for free individually. So there's, and also if you can't find the specific person you're looking for in there, they also have a member search bar where you can also still use the simple Boolean searches to filter out the members within that group as well. Those are just a couple ways. Those are the simple things that you can do, and it take you 5 minutes a day. You know, 10 minutes.
Very nice. Wow.
I could talk all day about LinkedIn right now.
Well, that's fine because
I don't know who my audience is, so I can really dive down into more intermediate and advanced strategies on how to do stuff. But those are things that you can take away today. I do want to mention, though, a free and paid account. Free accounts, we just mentioned your limited searches. Once you get to a paid account, at least not the job seeker level, but the other levels on up in the sales, don't go to the recruiter side. That's a little bit more expensive, and unless you're actually, you know, in the staffing agency, a recruiter or a headhunter or an HR for a company, you don't want that premium level. You want to stick on the sales professional side of it. Costs you anywhere between $70 and $80 a month, depending on if you pay annually or monthly. You'll get unlimited searches at this point. So when I say search, I mean LinkedIn, they track everything. That's not just from your homepage search. It's if you go in and search for companies and go search their employees, use the advanced feature and further refine that search. Okay, so without, it's really hard to tell you instead of show you how to do this. Maybe next time we'll get on, I can share my screen and show you guys how to do this. But so you get unlimited, and then you get what they call in-mails. So what LinkedIn has told us, an in-mail is 100% guaranteed deliverability to that person that you're messaging. If that person doesn't answer you, you actually get a credit back. Which is nice. Or is it now if they answer you? I never use in-mails. I don't need to. I guess it's just my activity. Now, if I was trying to reach Richard Branson, I might want to use, an in-mail, right? Although he'll probably never answer it anyway. But, so he's too busy for little peons like us.
What's the cost for an in-mail?
You have to have a premium account, and I believe, I haven't researched this feature, but it used to be if you only had a free account, it was like $10 per in-mail. I don't know if they're still offering that, though.
Right.
So, but it used to be like that. But I say if you're going to use in-mails, might as well get the paid account, because there's so many more things that you can do. Your searches, you can refine them even more. So for those of you who are on this, go into your LinkedIn account, if you're on a free account, and go into your search and go into advanced, whether you can refine whether it's first, second, third connections, group members, by demographic, by company, by whatever. On the left-hand side, it's all the free ways to refine your search. But on the right, where you'll see the little in logo, that level depends on what level of a premium that you have. If you are on the highest level premium, which is probably what, $400 or $500 a month, ouch, you'll be able to get to and refine it as far down to a Fortune 50 company. So I don't need that, not right now anyway. So, but the first two, business and business executive, or those levels right there, I get plenty of ways to refine my search. So,
wow,
and it works well for me.
So a person that's just going from free to the next upgrade, how much is that service?
The minimum, if it's you pay annually, it ends up being like $69.99 a month. You pay monthly, it's $79.99, so $70 and $80. So you save $120 a year if you pay annually.
Right, and so that's why you say if you're just going from free to premium, make sure that this is what you're going to focus on, because otherwise it's expensive and you're just letting leads and money go by.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So, but I want you guys to know that LinkedIn is not, an overnight type of marketing strategy. It's something that needs to be done consistently and on a daily basis. Your messages need to be tested and tracked. You guys are in marketing. You understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
It can be just as simple as changing a couple words in your message can make a difference between, 10 and 20% response rate. So,
oh, yeah. No, for sure.
That got my attention about that email, though. That's just a real 100%. They're gonna get it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wow.
So what I recommend is in anybody's business, make a list of your top 100 people that you want to get in front of. Okay. I mean, it could be a CEO of a company. It could be I don't know, whoever it is, right? That you wouldn't think you would ever get in front of. Then once you create and craft your profile, optimize it, get some good activity going, write, publish, or post, position yourself as the thought leader in LinkedIn, then use those in-mails and send a message, And you never know. That person may come in and invite you to a speaking engagement, pay you to come out and train their staff on whatever it is that you do. Whatever your goal is for that top 100 to get in front of them, that's the way to do it.
That sounds scary, Tracy. I'm just speaking out. I'm speaking out for some people in the world.
That's awesome.
So, I mean,
if it wasn't for LinkedIn, I wouldn't have gone to 2 conferences for recruiters, spoken at these 2 conferences back to back, gone to Orlando with lawyers. I'm being invited to go to Australia next year. I'm putting together a LinkedIn online program for recruiters and staffing agencies, and everybody's giving me their list because I've already spoken to them. to sell it to their people. You know, that's what the power of LinkedIn can do for you. And these guys found me on LinkedIn. I didn't go out and seek them out. They came to me.
That's awesome.
That's how this happens. Now, has it been, has it taken me some time to do that? Yeah, absolutely. But when I started to refine what it is that I do and what my company does and how we help people, that's when the leads started coming in.
So I'm glad you mentioned that. They found you. But what if you want to repeat that exact system? What is your next step to do that?
Meaning?
Okay, meaning those people seeked you out and they found you, and now they're inviting you to speak on LinkedIn. But how do you find that other industry and hopefully to get them to do the same thing as Company A has already done? You know, the other ones you probably had no connection with, correct? Or they just saw your information?
And no connection at all.
Right.
Usually I get a request for an introduction from another member that's probably a first-level connection to me.
Right.
And then I've gotten that. I've also got that some are a little bit more savvy on LinkedIn and know how to message me. You know, because either I'm a second level or I've got a group in common, they'll send me a message. That's how they find me.
So, okay, that's great. They found you. So what if I was you and I was trying to repeat that same thing to get more people to get me to fly me around the world and teach them on LinkedIn? What's my next step to doing that? Because I'm getting a couple of questions here. How would we put ourselves in that position to do what you're doing?
Okay, your profile. So in my profile, I talk about how I teach and coach LinkedIn. I've had some projects in there, and I still need to tweak my profile. It's been on my list for the last month to do. I haven't added some of the projects that I've been in. So I don't work for Constant Contact. I'm a local expert. They pay me to go speak. I'm a SCORE volunteer, which is a nationwide nonprofit. And so I do workshops and I do mentoring for them as well. So it's just a lot of that has to do with, looks like we lost Bill.
He's back.
Looks like a lot of that.
I'm here.
Okay. A lot of that has to do with my activities, and I've proven on LinkedIn that this is what I do. Now, I speak and train and coach. So people will start asking questions. You know, you only get so much real estate in LinkedIn to honestly say what it is that you do, especially if those of you have more than one service that you provide. But there are ways to break it down to show what you do. So it's all, I guess, Lem, I guess we can say it's keyword driven. So people are going to go up into that search bar and look for LinkedIn training, LinkedIn coaching.
Right.
What maybe you're a real estate trainer. You know, I train people on how to invest in real estate. If that's not in your profile somewhere and it doesn't say it, then how are people going to find you? So you get found passively by keyword research, your activities in LinkedIn, the publisher posts that you have, and your outreach as well. So you want to outreach as well. Because if people don't know what you're doing, if they're not notifying, if your network isn't getting notified that you're doing stuff on LinkedIn, posting status updates, writing articles, you're not staying top of mind.
Right.
So you're going to get found a couple different ways. Keywords, top of mind awareness, we call that TOMA, and by doing the top of mind is you doing the activities that you should be doing. Who are you laughing at? Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at, I'm getting messages and I'm reading and I saw someone pop in. I thought, oh, okay, I'll ask that question too. Awesome.
So, you know, I think if somebody were want to put a strategy together, first thing is to define who your market is, okay? Ask yourself, you know, questions such as, who are they? What do they do? What age group? Are they male or female? Do they have kids? Are they retired? You know, what's their income bracket? If you start to further refine who that is, then you'll start to understand, okay, what's their language? And that's where the keywords come in, or keyword phrases, okay?
Right.
What's their speak? So you're going to craft your profile that speaks to that person, okay? So remember, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. They don't do businesses with companies. So if you own XYZ company, they don't know that company. They know you because you're the face. All right? That's why the profile is the way it is.
Boom.
Right. So that's why when people Google, they don't remember your company. They remember, oh, LEM MOORE. Yeah, I talked to LEM MOORE. God, I don't know where to find LEM MOORE. Let me go Google LEM MOORE.
Right.
Right? Hopefully your LinkedIn profile's #1, or your Facebook page, or whatever, right? So.
Right, exactly.
So that's you're hilarious. So
it's true though.
So the second thing you want to do is, once you've crafted your profile to speak to your ideal audience, and put your strengths in there. I mean, if you've done business with folks, get recommendations. Okay, LinkedIn says that you need at least 10 recommendations. You will get more visibility in that search if you've got recommendations. All right? Unfortunately, that's, you know, how it works. Please don't go get recommendations from people you don't know just for the sake of getting recommendations. But also, recommendations nowadays too are keyword driven. So make sure that the recommendations from your past clients include the keywords that your service that you provided for them. Okay?
Awesome.
Second thing you want to do is start doing like a 20-30 minute a day campaign where you're going to go in and you're going to post status updates. Be the thought leader. It doesn't always have to be your content. It can be somebody else's content, but it can be relevant to your network. Okay? Just an example, this last week, one of my clients we do a newsletter for. They are business advisors. So what they do is they work with anywhere between $5 million and $20 million annual revenue companies, and helping them perform an exit strategy when they get ready to retire. So they'll go in and they will evaluate the whole company as a whole and give them a step-by-step strategy based on whatever that owner's goals is for their retirement. You know, whether they want to sell it or they want to make, you know, some income off of it or whatever. So what I did is, you know, a lot of my network are business people and business owners like that. All I did was share their newsletter. I got several likes and I got 154 views, and that was just a status update. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
But does that position me as a thought leader and it wasn't even my content? Absolutely.
Of course, of course.
I'm sharing somebody else's content that was great content, okay? Next thing you want to do is you want to write a publisher post at least once a week. All right? A publisher post is when somebody goes and lands on your profile before they ever scroll down. We call this, it's an old newspaper term, above the fold. So remember when you grab, nobody reads a newspaper anymore. When you grab a newspaper, the best headline was before you open up the newspaper, right?
That's right. It's right there.
It got you to buy the newspaper because of that headline. Okay? Same thing with your profile. Before anybody scrolls down, they're going to see your background photo, your profile photo, your name, and your headline, and just the very top snippet of any publisher post and how many followers you have. That's social proof. That tells somebody that, ooh, they're writing great content. Let me go check them out even further. That positions you again as the thought leader and the expert in your industry. You're going to gain followers and you're going to gain more connections doing that. Okay, once a week. And then you want to go out and get involved in your groups, and even you can post, repost your content, because every publisher post that you have actually gets its own link. So you can repurpose that, and I call it cross-marketing. Go put that on your Facebook page, your Twitter. Share it to your networks. Go put it in if it's relevant to a group that you belong to. Go post that in that group. All right? It's not self-promotion because you're not selling in that article, although there should be a call to action at the end of the article. Always got to have some sort of call to action, right?
Right.
So you're posting that. So if you put yourself on a schedule, you can maintain a marketing campaign on LinkedIn in 20 to 30 minutes a day. And over time, you're going to start to gain ground. You're going to get more connections, more followers, more views, more activity, and in return, what? More clients, customers, and more money. Show me the money.
All right, so I have a quick question here for you, because a lot of our guys are video marketers, and I knew I was going to ask this question as well, and I'm glad this gentleman did. He said, how would you approach a niche on LinkedIn and showcase the power of video in Google search and how that helps drives business, if that makes sense?
Sure. Did you know that you could add media to your profile? Did anybody know that? Yes, no? Okay, so your summary and all your experience sections, you are able to add links to your videos. Don't overdo it. I mean, put a few in there, okay? So some of the platforms that LinkedIn supports is Vimeo, SlideShare, and YouTube. So even now when you post a Vimeo and a YouTube, LinkedIn will actually post that to SlideShare for you on your behalf if you don't already have a SlideShare account. It's really cool.
Nice, nice.
So you also want to, in your project section, that's a great place to add keywords, or and you can even add a link there to any clients that you've worked with. You know, anywhere that you can show a potential client or a customer how awesome you are and your services are, this is where you want to showcase them. Then you can also take those links, write a publisher post. Not everybody wants to read an 800-word or 1,000-word post, right? So you can add a little blurb about, kind of like, it's kind of like a mini blog is really what it is, okay? Doesn't have quite the kitchen sink like WordPress has when you go and do a blog post, but it's got enough there. You've got an opportunity to add a great photo. For those of you who are into SEO, make sure that your photo is SEO optimized with your keywords before you upload it, okay? Because that's going to get into Google Images, right? Right?
Right.
Why do you think my picture comes up everywhere? Because my picture is named Tracy Enos. That's why it keeps popping up, all right? So,
wow.
What?
There's a big secret right there.
Yeah, that makes sense because most people don't usually put their pictures, they don't upload them as the keyword and things like that. And, you know, I've been talking about that for years, and it's just crazy. Okay.
So I name all my pictures my keywords. I name all my videos with my keywords. So you want to be able to do that. So if, let's say you have a Vimeo or a YouTube channel and you have, you know, that big old long link, right? Well,
right.
What LinkedIn allows you to do is if you upload it to your experience or your summary section, you're able to add a keyword in there and a description. So let's say your headline on your YouTube video really wasn't, it was perfect for YouTube but not good for LinkedIn. You have the opportunity to change that, okay? And then always add a description because most people aren't going to read that description. It's all there to appease LinkedIn because most people won't go and take the time to do that. It's all just to appease LinkedIn. But you can showcase all sorts of good stuff. Put your landing page link in there. If you've got a great landing page, got a call to action. That's what you have to do in your summary and your experience section. You have to tell people what to do. Your background photo, great real estate. By the way, guys, if you don't want to spend a couple $100s on a great graphic artist, go to Fiverr. You can get one done with unlimited revisions for $25. It's awesome. And they will be able to craft that background photo, which, you know, because your profile photo and your headline actually cover some of that up. Put your website in there. Put your phone number. Call me today at. Put your landing page web address in there. Something. Put your appointment schedule in there. Whatever it is that you want somebody to do so they don't have to go and scroll down. Just like what we say with websites. Don't make me go and search for the information. Stick it right there in front of me where it's easy access because people, I call it drive-through marketing. If somebody can't access that immediately, you've lost it, right?
They gone.
They're gone.
It's like
I'm hungry.
Okay.
I'm hungry right now, and I want my food in 5 minutes or less. All right?
Right. Or I'm gonna find whatever's in front of me.
This ain't Domino's. I'm not waiting for 30 minutes. So.
I love it. So last question, and we'll close with this. How do you use Okay, this is a person who asked this question. How do you use LinkedIn to find and approach business owners in the blue-collar contract niches that don't use LinkedIn? I ran search for plumber in Virginia Beach and only found 2 results. If that made.
Okay, so go find the groups because there will be some groups. So, for example, here's a great. What is it? It's a nationwide networking something, and every town has their own networking events. I can't think the name of it. I don't go to those anymore. But like here in Kansas City, we've got several thousand people in here, and then if you belong to that group, they will message you, you know, where the next event is at. It costs $10. You get 2 free drink tickets. You go meet people in your area. I guarantee you the plumbers, the roofers, those guys, they're all in sales, right? They need to find clients too. They're going to go to those events. You also might be able to find other business groups within your area or your geographic area that will have these guys in here. I promise you, they're on LinkedIn. Maybe your search maybe it was too refined. Maybe you need to broaden your search just a little bit and do like a radius. So best place to do that is groups. These guys are on here. Maybe they're not on every day. It just so happens that, you know, when I did a big connection campaign way back in December, the group that I was working with, I'm still getting those guys filtering in today, accepting my connection request, and it's 7 months later. I mean, It just depends. Not everybody's on LinkedIn, so but there's 375 million people worldwide, so these guys are here. They are here. So
very nice, very, very nice. And I want to thank you for coming on today, and I'd like to thank the audience there as well for listening to Tracy. She has a lot of great information about LinkedIn. Tracy, how can we find you?
You guys can go to LinkedIn and type in Tracy Enos, and my last name is spelled like Enos Slaughter, if you're a Cardinal fan, or Enos from the Dukes of Hazzard, E-N-O-S.
You got me on Dukes, Cardinal fan.
That's awesome.
Come on, Enos, I love it. Yes. Awesome, awesome.
Absolutely.
My kids, they don't, you know, they're boys, right? And they're in school, so they're like, Mom, it's Enos, not Enos. And I'm like, why? Because you put a P in front of it and you get made fun of? I mean.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. Woo, okay. Well,
what was that to say?
No, that's good. That's a good, you know, whatever. Anyway.
Man, I look at it like this, man, you got to own it. It's your name. Own it, right?
Own it. You have to.
So go connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a message. I'm out here to help anybody. I do 30-minute consultations. I'll check out your LinkedIn profile, give you my 10 best tips, and then you can hire me from there or not. But you also can, well, no, that's probably, Lem, the best way to do it is just go find me on LinkedIn. It's linkedin.com/n/Tracy Enos. Simple as that. And then just send me a private message from there at that point. So
if you have a premium account. You can't do that with a free account. All right.
And by the way, I don't have groups enabled because I don't like my competitors checking out what I'm doing and who I'm marketing to, so you won't find me in a group in there. So connect with Bill or Lem, and then ask them to do an introduction. I'll become a second connection at that point.
There you go. Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys, you can always check out the replay at SaturdayCupOfJoe.com. If you have any questions or you want to just give us a shout out, you can always click the microphone to the side of the site. It says send me a message. You just click on it and you speak, and hopefully technology will get your message to our inside inbox. You can always also check out the previous episodes of Saturday Cup of Joe. This has been a very interesting one. Wow. I mean, just sitting here listening to Tracy, I just was writing down a few things and going, wow, I didn't know you can do that, and this is really awesome. And I was very, very thankful for all you guys that's watching and actually asking questions, which is good. That's always good. So, Tracy, I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep doing what you're doing, you little rock star. You guru sensei. Oh, I got in there. Anyway, excellent job. Anything else you want to add before we leave?
No, that's you know what? If anybody's really interested in LinkedIn, that's why we brought Tracy on, because she's the one. So.
And this is off the cuff, I swear to God, you know, when I've had a little bit more caffeine in me, it fit it out a little nicer, you know. So.
Oh,
awesome. My. All right. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Tracy, for coming on. Bill, I hope you have a great day, too, as well. And, guys, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up no matter what. If you need more information, of course, you can always check out the bio, Tracy's bio, on our website. And she's already told you how you can reach out to her. So use it, but don't abuse it. If you really need it, you better pay for it, because nothing is really free in life. Like I tell my kids, somebody's paying for it. All right? Don't act like you're going to get it for free either. With that being said, when you go outside tonight and it's the stars up, I'm going to find one of you up there and say, hey, how you doing? Shouts out. All right? Anyway, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
See ya.
All right.